Hey everyone, life throws curveballs sometimes, right? And one of the toughest things we face is seeing someone we love struggling with depression. It breaks your heart and you just want to make it better. You might feel lost, unsure of what to do, how to help, but trust me, your support means the world even when it doesn't seem like it. So, let's talk about how you can truly be there for your friend or loved one. This is a big one. When you see someone you love hurting, it's natural to want to swoop in and fix it. But depression is complex, and it's not something you can solve with a quick pep talk or a to-do list. Instead of jumping in with solutions, try this. Just be there. Listen without judgment. You're not their therapist, you're their friend. Sometimes just having a safe space to vent and feel heard can make a world of difference. Think about it. If you were feeling down, wouldn't you rather have someone listen with empathy than try to fix you? Let them know you're there to listen, not to lecture. Now, I know it's tempting to offer advice, but sometimes the best thing you can do is simply validate their feelings. You can say things like, "That sounds really tough," or "I'm so sorry you're going through this." It shows you're really listening and that you care. Remember, your loved one isn't looking for you to be a miracle worker. They need a friend, a shoulder to lean on, someone who gets it. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply be present. Host, you're not their therapist. Instead of offering solutions, just be present and listen. Sometimes the simplest words are the most powerful. In a world that can feel awfully lonely, especially when you're struggling with depression, a genuine "I'm here for you" can be like a lifeline. Don't underestimate the power of letting your friend or loved one know you care. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. A simple text, a phone call, a hug. These small acts of kindness can go a long way in showing your support, and they're a reminder that they're not alone in this. Think about a time when you were going through a tough time. Remember how good it felt to have someone reach out, to know you weren't alone? That's the kind of impact you can have. So reach out. Let them know you're thinking of them. You don't need to have all the answers or try to fix everything. You don't have to move mountains to make a difference. Sometimes it's the little things that mean the most. Think about what your friend enjoys, or what might make their day a little brighter. Maybe it's their favorite takeout meal, a funny card, or a silly video that makes them laugh. These small acts of kindness show you're thinking of them and that you care. And you know what? They can really add up and make a big difference in someone's day, especially when they're feeling down. Maybe you could offer to run some errands for them, like picking up groceries or dropping off dry cleaning. These everyday tasks can feel overwhelming when you're struggling with depression. Or how about a handwritten card? I know, in the age of texting it sounds old-fashioned, but trust me, there's something really special about receiving a handwritten note. It shows you took the time and effort to do something thoughtful. Host, cook them a meal, send them a funny video. These little things add up. Chapter 4. Let's be real, folks. Depression is a serious condition, and sometimes it requires professional help. Just like any other health issue, seeking help from a qualified professional is so important. Now, this can be a sensitive topic to bring up, so approach it with love and understanding. You can gently suggest they consider talking to a therapist or counselor. You can say something like, "Have you ever thought about talking to someone who understands what you're going through?" Don't push or pressure them, just plant the seed and let them know you're there to support them every step of the way. You can even offer to help them find a therapist or go with them to their first appointment. Remember, it's their journey, and they get to decide when and how they seek professional help. Your role is to be supportive and encouraging. Gently suggest seeking professional help, but don't push. Offer to help them find a therapist or go with them to their first appointment. Chapter 5. Knowledge is power. The more you understand about depression, the better equipped you'll be to support your loved one. Take some time to learn about the condition, its symptoms, causes, and treatments. There are some great resources available online and in libraries. Understanding what they're going through will help you be more empathetic and supportive. It's like learning a new language, the language of depression. The more fluent you become, the better you can communicate and connect with your loved one. Remember, depression isn't a sign of weakness, and it's not something people choose. It's a real medical condition that affects millions of people. By educating yourself, you're showing your loved one that you take their struggles seriously and that you're invested in supporting them. Learn about depression to better understand what your loved one is going through. This can help you provide more empathetic support. Chapter 6. Recovery from depression takes time. It's not a quick fix, it's a journey. There will be ups and downs, good days and bad days, and that's okay. Try to be patient and understanding throughout the process. Avoid putting pressure on them to snap out of it or get better already. Those kinds of comments, even if well-intentioned, can actually make them feel worse. Remember, they're already dealing with a lot. Instead, focus on being a source of consistent support. Let them know you're in it for the long haul, no matter what. Your presence and unwavering support are invaluable during their recovery. Recovery takes time. Be patient and don't expect immediate changes. Your consistent support is what matters. Chapter 7. Avoid judgment. Here's a simple rule of thumb. When someone's hurting, the last thing they need is judgment. Depression can manifest in different ways, and it's important to avoid making comments that minimize or dismiss their experiences. Instead of saying things like, "just think positive," or "you have so much to be grateful for," try to validate their feelings. You can say, "I hear you," or "it's okay to feel this way." Remember, their feelings are valid, even if you don't fully understand them. Your job isn't to judge, it's to support. Creating a safe, judgment-free zone where your loved one feels comfortable opening up is crucial. Avoid making judgmental comments or minimizing their feelings. Instead, validate their experiences and emotions. When you're struggling with depression, even everyday tasks can feel overwhelming. Offering practical help can make a huge difference. It could be something as simple as helping with groceries, laundry, or dishes. Think about what might be particularly challenging for your loved one and offer to lend a hand. Maybe they're behind on bills, struggling to keep up with housework, or finding it hard to cook healthy meals. Even small acts of service can lighten their load and show you care. Remember, it's not about grand gestures. It's about being there in practical, tangible ways. Host, offer to help with daily tasks like grocery shopping or cleaning. These small acts can relieve some of their burden. Life gets busy, I get it. But when someone you love is struggling with depression, staying connected is so important. Make an effort to check in with them regularly, even if it's just a quick text or phone call. Let them know you're thinking of them and that you're there for them. You don't need to have long, drawn-out conversations every time. Sometimes a simple, "Hey, how are you doing today?" is all it takes to show you care. Consistency is key here. Regular check-ins, even if they're brief, can make a world of difference in letting your loved one know they're not alone. Host. Keep in touch regularly, even if it's just a quick text or call. Let them know you're thinking of them. Here's the thing. Supporting someone with depression can be emotionally draining. It's important to prioritize your own well-being too. Make sure you're taking care of your own mental and emotional health. Engage in activities you enjoy, spend time with loved ones, and seek support if you need it. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. When you're feeling balanced and grounded, you're in a much better position to support your loved one. Remember, you're not a superhero, you're a human being. It's okay to set boundaries and take breaks when you need them. Host supporting someone with depression can be draining. Make sure to take care of your own mental health too. Look, depression is tough, there's no doubt about it. But having someone who genuinely cares and shows up can make all the difference in the world. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might need it. Let's spread kindness and support to those who need it most. You never know how much of an impact a little compassion can have. You know, I was talking to my brother the other day, and he was telling me about a time when his best friend was going through a really rough patch. He said he felt so helpless he wanted to fix it, but nothing he said seemed to help. Then, he read about this thing called active listening. It's about just being present, listening without offering solutions. So he tried it. And you know what? Eventually, his friend started opening up. It wasn't about giving advice, it was about being someone who truly listened. And it reminded me of something Dr. Mark Reynolds, a mental health advocate I really admire, once said, "Many people feel pressure to fix depression, but that's not what those struggling actually need. The best thing you can do is provide a safe, judgment-free space where they feel heard." It's so true, isn't it? Sometimes, just being there is the most powerful thing you can do. So, let's all try to be a little kinder, a little more understanding, and a little more present for each other. Because you never know what someone else might be going through. Host, Depression is hard, but having someone who cares makes a difference. If you found this video helpful, share it with others who might need it. And remember, you are never alone. Feeling helpless is normal, but your presence alone can make a difference. Share this video with anyone who might need it. And remember, you are never alone.